Oh, okay.
The time's ticking on the itinerary. You ready?
I apologize in advance. I got a little bit carried away. So she gave a very nice speech from the heart, and I'm going to read off a paper 5 times. Hi, my name's Kyle, and I'm the best man. I've known Chris for just over 20 years now. We went to Germany. We met in Germany when our fathers were both stationed at St. Gollum. I have to cheer you up after Lisa's speech because that was really, really depressing. So, I'll skip. It was already in there. I'm sorry. I can't change it now. I was expecting more tears. So I'll just skip most of the history here. Basically, we both moved a lot. We were roommates for about 2 years while he was in grad school at Virginia Tech. And of the roughly 20 years that I've known him, I've probably considered him my best friend on the planet for about 19 3/4. So I'm a fan of his work. That was page 1. Page 2 gets better though. Here we go. Even though we haven't been located anywhere close to each other since I left Virginia for Arizona back in 2004, Chris and I talked a lot. As a result, I was privy to nearly all of the planning for Chris's proposal to Theresa. Sadly, he did not incorporate some of my more avant-garde ideas for him into the event. Just for an example, I tried to convince him that he should give Theresa a promise ring on her birthday so that she'd be kind of disappointed about what had been causing him to act so weird just prior. Alright, so she's got the promise ring. Then on the next day, she would be totally blindsided by the proposal. So I put something in here for any guys in the audience that aren't married. You're more than welcome to have that. Courtesy of me. Gratis. I got a quick call from Chris after he proposed. He sounded elated, and it got me thinking, I wonder who his best man's going to be. I was hoping, of course, for the honor, but with 2 excellent brothers and a large number of friends much closer to Connecticut, it occurred to me that I might not get the nod. I was talking with my brother Colin and shortly after the call, and I explained to him that if I did get the nod, the speech was pretty much already written. And truth be told, it's been written since October. But first, Theresa. I like Theresa. She's some kind of wonderful. I met her when Chris flew me out to Connecticut for New Year's Eve 2008-2009. She could not have been nicer to her boyfriend's mysterious best friend than she was to me during my trip. I did a bit where I jokingly pretended to have some really awful opinions so that Chris could show how enlightened he was, and thereby impress Theresa by correcting me on why I was so wrong. So this is actually the part that Chris has been dreading. I told him in advance that he had to participate. This is specially chosen for today. Say, Chris, I think that marriages are an antiquated tradition that don't have a place in modern society. You're wrong, Kyle. Aren't people just doing it for a tax dodge? Not at all. It's all about love. So this is the part where I summed it. Wow, Chris, I never thought of it that way. I won't say that Theresa loved it, but she was a good sport. It wasn't the original, of course. It was something not wedding-related. I told Chris that I approved. Unless she completely deceived me, she struck me as somebody who was upbeat, creative, funny, and intelligent. All right, so here's the best part of the speech. The intelligent part at the end, though, is going to come back to honor here. I'm pretty sure that on the very first occasion of meeting Theresa, as a courtesy, I gave her the fantastic offer to sign up for my Christian Fair Allgood factoid newsletter. I figured that if she were really as enamored with Chris as she was pretending to be, then she'd certainly want to know as much about him as possible from his official biographer. Inexplicably, she did not take me up on my offer on that occasion or at any time since. Since my job with this speech is to let people know who the groom really is, and since it'll cause Theresa to really reconsider signing up, I knew as soon as Chris got engaged that I would have to let people know some Christian Fair Allgood facts if I gave the best man speech. As promised to my brother Colin, here we go. Chris is both a lover and a fighter, in addition to being a gentleman and a scholar. He is a mover, but not much of a shaker. CFA once stopped a terrorist takeover of St. Gollum Middle School. He has a mark on his arm from a bullet wound to prove it. Christian Fair Allgood does not like strawberries. Alright, so she knew that one already. Scientists have estimated Chris's height to be well over 6 feet tall. Chris does not like losing in video games. And the last one, oh, 2 more. Chris is the leader of the MTP Posse, an elite group that can both intentionally and humorously miss the point at will during any conversation. And this is a new one that was just added recently, so if you already signed up for the newsletter, you probably got it within the last couple of days. Chris has a bit of OCD that rears its head in the form of attention to his odometer. He gets upset when he misses readings that are palindromes or dates, such as 112979, his birthday. If you'd like to sign up for the Christian Fair Allgood Factor newsletter, please see me before you leave so I can get your email address. Mrs. A was really nervous for Chris when he told her that I was giving him a speech, but I think I did a pretty good job here of not saying anything too incriminating. So, some quick things. The groomsmen to the bridesmaids, it was fun serving with you. Theresa, thanks for letting me go second. I've had this pretty much written since October, and I've really been looking forward to this. Really, sadly, way too much. It was a pleasure to be your colleague for this grand occasion. Theresa, thank you so much for how happy you made Chris. I hope that you know you're not getting the idiot husband that is so prevalent in beer commercials and Everybody Loves Raymond reruns. I'm really sorry for the Bluetooth thing. That wasn't my fault. And I hope that we remain on speaking terms after the speech. I look forward to getting to know you even better over the next 12 or 13 decades that you and my boy are married. Finally, Chris Allgood. I considered arguing the title of Best Man here. Both of our dads are present, after all. However, to really convince you that I'm as full of myself as I claimed it, instead of, I'll say, good thing you noticed. You really are, without a doubt, my best friend on the planet. As far as I'm concerned, getting to be your best man, and for the only time you'll ever need one, is by far my life's single greatest accomplishment. The overusage of superlatives often renders them impotent, but I knew if I tell you that you are one of the very best people I've had the pleasure to meet, you'll know that I mean it. I promise to be a little more interesting so that our phone conversations don't hit a lull with you settling down, quote unquote. I look forward to being their father's mysterious, star-crossed friend to your children. I'm sorry for that thing that happened in that fire, and I sincerely hope that events unfold in your life that somehow dwarf the insane level of happiness I know you're feeling today. Sweet dreams, Lilac. So, I actually wrote a special toast. I'm almost done, I promise. So, if everyone could raise their glasses, please. A toast to Theresa and Chris. May the two of you receive even a fraction of the good things that you both deserve.
Oh, nice. Cheers.